Hey friends, how are you? I hope you're having a great day today. I'd like to introduce you to this project. This is my drawing and watercolor painting, a Peacock project. It was designed especially for kids. You do not have to have any drawing or painting experience at all to be successful with this project. I'd like to go over the supplies and the materials that you will need for this project. The first thing that you'll need is a piece of paper. I like to use watercolor paper, so if you have that available to you, go ahead and use it. If you don't, that's okay, just use what you do have. You'll also need some watercolor paints, a paintbrush or two. I like to use this size, some clean water in a bowl or a cup. You'll need a black oil pastel or a black crayon, or at least a dark crayon or oil pastel. That works best. You'll need a paper towel and a mat to protect your workspace. I'm excited about teaching you this project. Let's get started. Alrighty friends, so in this step what we're going to do is we are going to draw our peacock, and I'm going to use this dark oil pastel. If you don't have oil pastel, that's okay, just use any dark crayon, it will work just fine. What we're going to do is we're going to press pretty hard with our oil pastel onto the piece of paper so that it shows up really well. The first thing that we're going to do is make a line about 2/3 of the way up your piece of paper, and it's going to be an upside down letter C. That's going to be our peacock's head. Now we're going to, at the top, make some little lines with circles on them. I'm going to make 3. If you want to make more than that, that's okay. Now we're going to come down here to the body, and we're just going to make another C that's going the other way, like this, and we're going to attach it to this first C. Now what we're going to do is we are going to make some legs coming down. I'm going to make just some straight lines with some toes at the bottom. This one I'll have going off to the side a little bit because I think it looks like they're dancing when they have their legs like this. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to put some wings on the side of our peacock. And then we're going to put our feathers all around, and they're going to take up most of the space. So I'm going to start my feathers about right here, and it's basically just going to be some curved lines coming all the way around. Not sure if you can see the top ones. And then I'm going to stop about at the same spot that I started right here. Now I'm going to put some little ovals inside each of the areas that are curved. And then inside each of those little ovals, I'm going to make a curved line like this. It's a very simple way to make a peacock. All right, I'm going to go back up to his face, and I'm going to make 2 curved lines, one here on this side of his face and one here on this side of his face. And then on the inside, I'm going to make some eyes. Right here, right in the middle, I'm going to make his beak. And then down here, I'm going to put a little bit of detail for his feathers. I'm just going to make some V's all over this space right here. Perfect. Now I'm just going to make a line. This is going to be a line. Maybe he'll be standing on some grass or some dirt or something like that. And I don't really have a whole lot of space to put anything else. If you do have space on your paper, because it might look a little different than this, you can go ahead and fill up that space with something if you'd like. For example, if I see some space down here, maybe I'll put a little bit of grass, and over here as well. And like I said before, if you need to add anything else, now's the time to do it before we start painting. I'll see you back here for the next step. Alrighty friends, in this step what we're going to do is we are going to be painting our peacock. And keep in mind this is your artwork, so you can paint your peacock any way that you'd like. I think I'm going to use a combination of greens and blues for my peacock, and then for the background I'm just going to wait and see what I like, just depending on how my peacock turns out. So I'm just going to get started, and I think I'm going to get started with a green. So I'm going to start here with my green. I think I'm going to leave this part of my peacock's eyes white. So I'm just going to paint. I'm going to try to stay inside my lines for this particular project. There we go. Sometimes when you're using oil pastels, you'll see these little tiny crumbs, and you have to be careful not to swipe them away, because if you swipe them away with your hands, you could smear the oil pastel, so you have to be very careful about it. The way that I pick up those little tiny bits is I take my paintbrush and I just touch them like that, and then I wipe them off on my paper towel. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but eventually they come up. All right, I'm going to speed up this video. You can continue watching me, or you can get started on your own peacock. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, next I'm going to work on my peacock's feathers. I think I'm going to use a combination of blue, purple, and this aqua color right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on painting that. And again, I'm going to speed up this video so you can either watch me or you can get started on your own. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, I'm back, and I created my purple and my blue little designs on my feathers, and I added some pink to the top feathers, and I also added some yellow to the beak. So when we come back, we are going to paint the background. I'll see you back here in a minute. Alrighty friends, I'm back, and I've decided on my background that I'd like to make a pink sky. Remember, because this is a cartoonish type artwork, you don't have to be really realistic with any of your colors at all. So I'm going to make a pink sky and maybe like a yellowish, greenish grass. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'm going to try to not go into the paint onto my peacock. I'm going to try to make sure that I go around that, and I'm going to make sure that I don't go over and over the same spot when I'm painting, because I understand that it can break down my paper and I can get a hole in my paper, and that's definitely what I don't want. I don't want a hole in my paper. Alright, I think what I'll do is I'll speed up this video, and if you'd like to continue watching me, I paint really fast when I speed up the video. I'm not really painting fast, it just looks like I am. Or you can get started on your own artwork, it's up to you. So I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, I'm back and I'm finished. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I will see you next time.